welcome to my channel. Hi any newcomers, and hello to all my regulars. I've had to record this now for 3 times. I may have to change location in a minute because I keep losing the live feed. I'm doing this to actually save time, but I may have to revert to doing it another way. But hello all of you. If you'd like a private reading after this video, then please look at the description box below. The website's www.saraperrypsychic.co.uk, and if you'd like to book something before Christmas, then please do so quickly because I'm getting really booked up and it's always the busiest time of the year. There are some good offers on there for 2018 readings, and quick questions start at £5, so do get in touch. Now for this month I'm seeing for you, it's about dance and love, really. You know, it just, you know, step into yourself, be in the light, and just love yourself, love others, find the balance with it all. You don't have to give too much to everybody, you don't have to give too much, you know, it's about being the love, being yourself, feel it. We have got so much stuff going on in December. The best thing is that Saturn is leaving the financial sector of our chart around, I think it's the 24th of December. So what could be more perfect than on Christmas Day to be celebrating coming out of that struggle? Jupiter's already in our sign, so from there I think things are just going to soar, and you're going to find money coming in so much easier. I'm saying this to myself. It has been like being dangled from the edge of a cliff, you know, or being strung up. It's just been, I feel, just as this is changing, it's almost like intensifying, just like when planets go retrograde. Thing is, we've got Mercury retrograde this month as well, which is sort of, it does delay things. It feels like you're being slowed down and laid back, which is sort of great in some ways. If you want to look at a positive point, that if you're wrapping presents and you're sorting things out, you may feel like you've got more time. I don't know. I mean, it's one way to look at it, isn't it? The other thing is that, you know, it gives you more time to process. It gives you more time to think about how you're going to say things, how you're going to communicate with a certain person. And I would, you know, really take your time. Being intense as a sign, we are. I would seriously think before you speak. And I do this a lot. I know it can be one of my weaknesses. I get very wound up very quickly. I mean, it's that whole Scorpio passion, you know. I'm learning to control that. I'm learning to relax a little bit more before jumping in. But sometimes emotions do come over, and you can say things, you want to be honest, you want to be truthful, you want to, you know, because our sign has struggled so long to achieve, to get the results we want. It's as if we've been doing everything for nothing for months. It's like, why is there no end to this, you know? And we are exhausted. You know, Scorpios are now just going, I've had enough. You know, I actually want to stop. Where it's not about stopping, it's just about getting in the flow a little bit and trusting now, because I feel that we've all done what we need to do. We've all, you know, if you haven't been sitting around doing nothing for the last 20 years or, well, 5 years, and you've been putting everything, your passion into everything, you've been doing what you believe in, you know, and you've been going with the changes, and you're allowing yourself to feel, you know, you are going to get those rewards. You know, for some of you out there, you might feel, oh, it's that about doing nothing, but I can't see that somehow, because it's just not there for this sign. So the rewards are going to come. I think I've just lost my track there, what I was talking about, into something else. But the thing is that you may feel like just stopping, but things are going to change, and you know, you may get to the point where, okay, I know what it was, where, you know, this supermoon coming in, it's all about communication, wanting to speak your truth and wanting to be honest. And you know, for myself, from a personal point of view, it's been about almost not allowing myself to be intimidated by things. And when things have been so difficult, you put a lot of work in, you put more in than you need to, and then you feel like you have to give more. So when someone gives you something back, you want to give back again. And it's like, well, actually, maybe this is about receiving. You know, in order to open up to Jupiter's gifts, we have to open up to Jupiter's gifts and allow them to come. If you're the one that's doing all the work all the time, well, Jupiter doesn't have to do nothing, does it? What's the point? What was the point of having a lucky planet if he's not going to be lucky? You know, so you have to to trust in that luck, to have the luck. And you may be slightly, like I'm saying, this whole communication, this build up, this intensity of this full moon may want you to sort of speak your truth, say, I'm not going to be put down anymore, I'm not going to do this, I've learned this, you know, and everything. But actually you need to think about, is this really going to help? You know, is it really going to solve a situation, or is it just going to wind everyone up? Because Scorpios have got a sharp tongue, and when they really mean it, and they can be really, really sharp, and it can be quite hurtful. And I feel around this period, you've got to be a little bit careful, because you don't want to get people, push people offside rather than having them on side. Think about, you know, yeah, it's important to maybe voice that something has upset you or it concerns you. And I think that is really important if you need to release and you need to find a way to move on. Okay, but it's how you say it. Some people don't hear it, and because Mercury's in retrograde, they may not hear it in the way that you want to put it forwards. Okay, especially when you put things in writing. This is a month to really understand your skills, and I feel it's a planning month as much as November as it is as well. But it's like it's ready for takeoff. I reckon, you know, this is going to feel like you're on the launch pad and you're ready to go. But I really get that sense from spirit, and this is again because I'm a Scorpio and it's a personal thing, and being a psychic, my sense is to really, really enjoy every moment of this season as much as you can. And as long as certain things have been done and certain things have been paid and you've organised it, you know, the priorities are done, then use what you have left to use your resources. Use whatever is in the cupboard to create some, you know, a meal if you have to, or you know, maybe you can't have the biggest turkey or all the stuffing and trimmings and everything, but you could have a really, really wholesome, good meal that will fill you up and is healthy, and you've had fun creating it, and you found things in the cupboard that have been sat there for ages because you've always had to have a backup plan, you know, so you can pull them all out of the cupboard. You could have the most interesting Christmas dinner. It doesn't have to be exactly as it is. What I'm saying is, don't allow yourself to get down if things are still being held back from you a little bit, or you feel like things are still being delayed. You know, and I mean from this moment, right? So I'm doing this reading on the 1st, and you know, I'll be honest with you, the real truth, you know, this morning I thought, you know, there was a little bit of like, oh, what's going to happen? But I had a real sense of positivity around it. You know, it was like, you know, it's rent day, and then there's this got to go out, and I'm thinking, the animals have got to be fed, and I've got to get this done. And you know, I was feeling really tired. Yesterday I thought I was going to come down with the flu again. I thought, oh my god, how am I going to do these like astroscopes and get them all done? But I don't know, I had a sense of sort of hope today. It was like the moment December the 1st came in, it was like, yeah, things are going to get better. And it was like, but you know what, I have paid the rent, and I have done this, and I've got this amount left, and I need, what can we eat tonight? Okay, so what have I got in the cupboard? And let's play a game, you know. Shall I just create this out of this? And, you know, what's most important? You know, so it was like, I don't know. What I'm sort of saying is make something fun, you know. Be creative. Your creativity is something that is so strong at the moment, and you know, I feel that Scorpios have this this way about turning something which is just so dark into something really good, but you always have to go to the darkness to get the fun out of it. So even when you're struggling, you actually can find a positive angle, you know. You almost like it because it's a challenge, you know. It's like, whoa, I've got something to do. And when everything's still and there's nothing happening, there's no drama, it's like, oh, okay, I'm bored now. I actually said the other day, I don't know if I've done it in one of my daily vlogs, I actually believe that I think I did, you know, if I'm not living in Wonderland, I'm not happy, you know, because there's just nothing happening, so I'm bored. I don't get inspired unless there's craziness, you know. And it's not about creating drama or angst. I don't want that sort of trauma, but it's just, you know, I like the busyness. I like to have to work through it. It's the detective side, you know. This is what Scorpios do. They like to unravel things. They like to go deeper. They like to create. I get more fun at creating an idea than actually putting it out there. You know, I've got so many ideas that it's just like, you know, it's like a machine. So what I'm saying is find the love in everything, you know. Be grateful. Find that sense of, you know, well, I've got this tin of beans in the cupboard, and you know, if I don't know, cut the bread in a certain way, or, you know, make it into a smiley face, you know, food, you know, we can have a laugh about it, and or make this a memory that we actually achieved everything on this day, and, you know, and we still ate, and we're happy, and, you know, I've got, and look, you know, if you feel like you're without in some way, because you know, I'm sort of putting this out there because I feel that there has been so much struggle here of, like, you know, almost like trying to like climb up that cliff and sliding back down again, you know, and it may not just be money, it could be health, you know, that you're constantly hitting it again and again, and you think, now I've got to take 4 days off again, now I'm not able, you know, why is that happening? To get you to rest. Maybe it's because you don't need to keep fighting, because you're constantly going at it and they're saying, right, you've done enough, you've done enough. I feel like August was almost like that electric, you know, the alarm going, it's done, it's done. And I know, you know, I get it. So I can see people going, yeah, you know, out there listening to this and thinking, yeah, I get it. But it's coming to an end, you know, December the 24th, 25th, boof. It's all going to change, okay? But it's going to change now. If you want it to change now, make it change now. Just really stay in the moment right now. Stop forcing things. Take time to rest when you need it. Love yourself and step into your own light. Be you. Don't allow yourself to get down with this. Go out there. Be confident. This whole Jupiter aspect is highlighting you. It's making you bright. It may cause you to feel paranoid because it's literally like boom, boom, and you're you know, you're suddenly the highlight of things, and you're probably thinking, why is somebody taking so much interest in me? Why are they talking to me in that way? You know, I'm not used to it. But it's because you've got an opportunity to be confident, to be the best that you can, to keep going. Okay, it's again not forcing, just allowing it to happen. There's so much luck here, especially around, I feel like, almost non-beneficial things. There's a lot of insight here, a new perspective going to happen this month, and I do see a massive release coming. And this feeling of expansion, all of a sudden there could be an opportunity come in. People are going to want you this month. People will want you on the side. So I feel that if you need help, it's going to come. You'll find it. It's just people will offer things, you know. So it's about finding that love for everything, you know. Have a bit of vulnerability. Let go of the ego and just do things for, you know, the good of all. Your truth is going to be heard this month. I feel that there's victory here, especially around relationships, an opportunity. The door is going to open for you. For some of you that are on your own, I feel that something, a special something is coming through for you. And I feel creative connections coming in as well. If you feel stressed, just allow that to purge. You know, I feel this is just healing, and it's a sense of you learning your own independence. The clock is ticking, guys. We're getting to the new year. It's going to be fabulous. There's so much more abundance around you and positivity. So stop struggling, okay? Let things happen in its own time. So again, if you'd like a private reading, do get in touch with me on my website. Go to the description box. Have a great, wonderful Christmas and a great change of Saturn pattern, because that's what we all want. And I'll speak to you very, very soon. Bye for now.